Okay, colleagues, and those who will be joining us in the public gallery, the rules of what is required during the committee setting are set out. Do we have any apologies?
We have apologies from Mr. Nesbitt and Mr. Buckley.
Okay, happy to note. Declarations of interest, members. Are there any declarations that any member wishes to make? If not, chairperson's business. So, number of things, members. Yesterday I spoke on behalf of the committee in response to the budget. A couple of other comments I made. If the committee are happy to formally correspond those, firstly to Minister Murphy to welcome him back into post from his recovery from a recent illness, and secondly to Mr. Nesbitt to thank him for the service to the committee. Are members content? Thank you. The draft minutes, members, at page 6 of your pack, setting out our deliberations on the 22nd of May. Are members content that I approve those minutes as a true and accurate record of the committee's meeting? Thank you. Item 5, members, then, is matters arising. Are there any matters arising that members wish to raise at this stage? No? Okay. Item 6, then, members, is Department for the Economy, written evidence on dual market access. Members can consider the written briefing from the Department on research that it had commissioned in respect of enhancing dual market accesses for business in Northern Ireland. The clerk's covering note is at page 19. Are members content to note the written report? Okay, thank you. Item 7, then, members, delegated legislation, debt relief order. Advise members that the department is to lay a statutory rule, the Insolvency Monetary Limits Amendments Order Northern Ireland 2024, which is outlined at the clerk's cover note at page 128. The proposed rule will be subject to the draft affirmative resolution procedure. The proposed rule relates to the debt relief scheme and will change the related prescribed monetary limits that an individual must meet if they are to be eligible. Members will remember we had a briefing on this from a number of organisations. Does members have any questions or concerns about this? If not, members, can I propose that we'll ask the committee if it's content that the department makes the associated rule. Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 8, then, members, correspondence. Refer members to page 135 or summary index provided at item 1 of the correspondence section. Members are content we can dispose of all these correspondence in line with the suggestion in the index, but happy if any member wants to raise any individual item within correspondence. If not, are we content then that we dispose of those as suggested in the index? Okay, that is agreed. We then go to the forward work plan, members. There are a number of individuals around the table who on the 4th of July may be a busy date for them. We currently have an available option to postpone the meeting that was due to take place on the 3rd of July, and then before recess the last committee meeting will be the week before. Are members content that the meeting on the 3rd of July of committee doesn't go ahead owing to the general election the next day? Okay. Yep, perfect. Okay, thank you. Anything you want to add on that?
Chair, just to advise members that, next week the department has advised that they don't want to come and brief about debt relief orders as there's further work ongoing. Additionally, they are not prepared to brief on their business plan, but they will brief on the budget because they say it's a work in progress. Additionally then, on the 12th of June, if members look, what we've got is the hospitality sector, Hospitality Ulster, and the UEPC talking about tourism issues. So I think that report was on the news this morning. So we'll get it on the 12th of June. But the department has asked to delay the briefing on the potential changes to the postgraduate award scheme until after summer recess. And what's the other thing? Is so on the 19th then we would have Dr. Lisa Wilson on good jobs and the department talking about technology clusters, and then the 26th, which would be our final meeting, would be the minister, so that the what the department has asked is that the briefing on fracking would be moved to, I think, the 12th of June, if I've got that right. Yeah, so we would have Hospitality Ulster, Economic Policy Centre and fracking, so quite a lot about tourism and then the fracking, and I think that's famous last words, but I think they're fairly straightforward. Members are content with what the department is doing, I think. Chair, if members are content with the forward work programme as amended, can I
members
ask?
Content? Okay, perfect. I'll then move to item 10. Any other business members wants to raise? If not, then we will begin our concurrent meeting at 10:30, and then the next scheduled meeting of the Economy Committee will be the 5th of June, and the committee will now adjourn until 10:30. Thank you, members.